One of the questions I'm hearing all the time lately is how hackers and cyber criminals are using AI. So we're going to get into that in today's video right now. All right, everyone, welcome to our video on how hackers and cyber criminals are using artificial intelligence, or AI, to carry out sophisticated attacks. Over the next several minutes, we're going to explore how AI is being weaponized by cyber criminals, the types of attacks that are becoming more prevalent, and what you can do to protect your business from these advanced threats. So let's take a look at, number one, the rise of AI in cybersecurity. AI has made significant advancements in recent years, revolutionizing many industries, including cybersecurity. While AI can be a powerful tool for good, helping organizations identify and mitigate threats, it has also become a double-edged sword. Cybercriminals are leveraging AI to create more sophisticated attacks, making it increasingly challenging for businesses to defend against them. And then how do cybercriminals use AI to take advantage of businesses? Here are some key ways. So number one, hackers are using AI to power their phishing campaigns. You know, those emails you get in your inbox that try to trick you to do something. Well, hackers are using AI to improve this. Phishing scams and techniques that they use to hack companies, and phishing is one of these number one ways still that companies are attacked, by employees clicking on emails and opening emails and attachments that they really shouldn't. But AI can be used to generate highly convincing phishing emails, impersonating trusted sources and targeting specific individuals within an organization. These emails are more likely to bypass spam filters and trick users into clicking on malicious links or downloading malware. Think about the Nigerian prince emails that you used to get. Gone are the days of the Nigerian prince emails with massive amounts of grammar and spelling mistakes that you could easily identify a phishing email when those things came through. With AI, that's kind of going away, and that's kind of the standard now, is to just use AI to generate these messages, because they know people and organizations are being trained to spot phishes by looking for grammar and spelling mistakes. So they're using AI to stay one step ahead of that. Password cracking. It's another way that AI-powered tools can quickly guess passwords by analyzing common patterns and predicting likely combinations that they may be able to pull from the dark web, making it easier for these attackers to gain unauthorized access to systems and sensitive data. Next thing they're using AI for is malware creation. AI can be used to create advanced malware that adapts to its environment, evading detection and removal by traditional security tools. They're also using AI for things like social engineering. They're using AI to analyze social media data, what you're posting on LinkedIn, what you have on Facebook, identifying potential targets at companies by looking at their About Us pages and going to LinkedIn and figuring out who's who and what's what, and crafting personalized messages to exploit these weaknesses. Another thing that hackers are using around AI is automated exploit discovery. AI can quickly analyze large amounts of code, identifying vulnerabilities in software and then potential exploits faster than human beings and faster than researchers, allowing attackers to take advantage of these weaknesses before they're even patched. And AI and zero day are things that you're going to be hearing a lot about in the very near future, in my opinion. So let's look at some real world examples of AI powered cyber attacks. Deepfake attacks. Deepfake technology uses AI to create realistic looking videos and audio content, typically impersonating high profile individuals. This is a common scam or a tactic that's used against what's known as whale phishing, where they're going after a CEO of a company and they're trying to attack somebody in that realm by creating, not only emails that look like they came from the CEO, but voicemails and sometimes even video. It's pretty wild what can be done out there today. And this has been used in social engineering attacks, tricking employees into transferring funds or revealing sensitive information. There's been quite a few high-profile attacks around this type of social engineering attack using deepfakes. We also have AI-powered botnets, and these can be really scary. Botnets created are computers that are set up, a massive amount of computers that are set up to perform a specific function for attackers, usually overloading or over overwhelming networks with traffic is typically one of the things botnets are used for, but they're used for many other things. And they're going to be used for many more things here in the future with AI, because some botnets are now using AI to adapt their behavior and evade detection, making them way more difficult to identify and neutralize. One of the ways they evade detection is just by moving around the internet and being able to recognize whether something else is kind of on to them. So they move to a different IP address, or they move to a different server farm, and they continue their botnet activities from different places around the world. And AI is helping them achieve this with great success. And then we have AI generated domains. Cybercriminals use AI algorithms to generate domain names that appear legitimate, making it harder for users to recognize malicious websites. And this has become a really big deal lately, because cyber defenders right now typically rely on databases that tell them whether a website is malicious or not. And depending on how you have things configured, these guys are now using AI to register domain names and start using them in attacks very quickly before these databases can catch up to what it is that they're doing on this server or with this domain to kind of label it malicious. So they're able to create these websites and run them for maybe 40 minutes to an hour, shut them down, and spin up another domain and continue this whole process and evading any kind of detection with these filters, and mainly known as DNS filters or content filters. They stay ahead of those by using these techniques and using AI to do so. So let's get into how to protect your business from AI-powered cyber attacks. So what can you do? Here are some steps you want to consider. So number one, you want to start implementing advanced security tools. Leverage AI. You want to make sure that AI is part of your tools, your solutions that you're putting out there to defend against cyber criminals. You want these tools having AI because they can adapt and respond to emerging threats more effectively than traditional tools that require things like signature-based detection. Number two, you want to make sure you train your employees. Regularly educate your employees about emerging cyber threats, including AI-powered attacks, and how to recognize and report them. I mentioned it earlier in the video where they are changing their techniques around phishing and using AI to attack your employees, and that basically gets rid of some of the things that you've been training them on, like grammar and spelling mistakes, among other things. So make sure you have a training program in place that can be regularly updated, and you can get that education in front of your employees very quickly. You also want to make sure that you have security policies in place, but also update your security policies on a regular basis. This is one of the biggest areas that we see most businesses struggle with, is having security policies created and then issued among their employee base, and then having the employee base sign those policies, that they understand them. This is a big gap for a lot of US businesses. So you want to make sure that you have them, and then regularly review and update your security policies to ensure that they address the risks posed by AI-powered cyber attacks. Continuously monitor for threats. Implement continuous threat monitoring and regularly assess your organization's cybersecurity posture to identify and address vulnerabilities. This is something that I talk about all the time on this channel. You want to make sure that you're looking at things from a lot of different perspectives, but you need to have eyeballs on these things at all times, like monitoring for intrusion detection or monitoring for whether or not you have vulnerabilities in your environment. These are all things that you need to be monitoring for, checking, and addressing to deal with things like AI-based cyber attacks. And the last thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're collaborating with somebody in the cybersecurity community. Stay informed about the latest AI-powered threats and collaborate with other organizations to share information and best practices for defending against these attacks. One of the things you can do is you can sign up for alerts from the US government under CISA. It's CISA. I'll provide links in the description on how you can get signed up for these alerts from CISA. You also want to work with a cybersecurity professional. You can subscribe to this channel. I put stuff out all the time and try to update and continually bring the latest and greatest around what hackers are doing out there today, like I'm doing in this video. These are all ways that you can easily get free resources to get this information. And then there's also a lot of paid resources out there that you can get where you get more timely or more in-depth information around threats and things like that. If you have any questions around that, you can always reach out to us and we can help you understand or get that type of service if you feel like you need it. So as AI continues to advance, it's essential for businesses to understand the potential risks and take steps to protect themselves from these AI-powered cyber attacks. By implementing the advanced security tools that I mentioned, by improving your education to your employees, and staying informed about the latest threats, you can better defend your company against these AI-based cyber attacks. These AI-based cyber attacks are only going to make cyber criminals more efficient, help them increase their ability to deploy ransomware, to carry out cyber attacks. AI is just going to make it easier for them. So you have to be aware of it. You have to make sure that you're doing the right things. But on top of it, make sure that you're using AI as well to defend your business. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Brian with Exact Cybersecurity and IT. Take care.